What's going on, my sports aficionados, pundits, and connoisseurs? This is your man, Real Talk. I'm coming to you from my new channel from YouTube, debuting my first show called The Bottom Line. The Bottom Line will discuss many topics in sports, from boxing to football to basketball. And we will also delve into the political and social issues as they occur. But today, I want to discuss a topic that is near and dear to me, and that's boxing. And more specifically, I want to talk about the two best fighters in the world, and they both reside in the welterweight division. The number two ranked fighter Terrence Crawford, and the number five ranked fighter Errol Spence. I believe that these are the best fighters because they create the biggest buzz, the most excitement in the boxing world, to the casual fans, social media, and the entertainment world. And if we can ever get these two fighters to fight, I think that they would make a mega fight and certainly would be the biggest fight in boxing until Joshua, Deontay Wilder ever get things together. But I think that we can make a Terrence Crawford and a Errol Spence fight, and I have to break down the two best, or I have to break down who is the best. I like Terrence Crawford. I think Terrence possesses the best boxing skill of any fighter in the game. You know, when you look at his hand speed, you look at his jab, his counter punches, his footwork. When you think about he's blessed with that Floyd Mayweather DNA, where he constantly collects data throughout the fight, and he learns to put that data into his fight and wear you down. I just don't see no one else checking the boxes off like Terrence Crawford. And when I look at Errol Spence, I look at someone who is at middleweight fighting at welterweight. Earl is without a doubt the most devastating body puncher in the game right now at welterweight. And his relentless pressure that he applies to his opponent, I think just after a while, he just wears you down. And it sets up his shots in the later rounds to getting you out of there. But when I look at and compare these two fighters and the things that I see that is probably going to have to happen, Terrence is going to have to keep Errol Spence in the middle of the ring. He's going to have to keep Errol at the end of his jab. He's going to have to give Errol a lot of movement, a lot of angles, keeping him off balance, forcing Errol to reset because Errol likes to get you against the ropes and he likes to go to the body, he likes to pummel that midsection to soften you up. And I just don't think Terrence Crawford is going to allow that. Or should I say, he better not allow that. The one weakness I do see in Earl's game, he's very susceptible to that right hand, whether it's that counter right or that lead right. And the reason I say this because I looked at Earl's two fights, his most prominent fights, and that's the Chris Algieri fight and the Lamont Peterson. And consistently throughout both those fights, I've seen them constantly hit Earl flush with those right hands right on the chin. Now, the question would be, is it that Earl has a good chin or these guys are not real big hitters? And I'm probably going to lean towards the latter. But if I have to make my decision on the Terrence Crawford Errol Spence fight, I'm going to lean towards Terrence Crawford because I think that he's going to fight a very strategic fight. He's going to keep Errol off balance. He's going to give Errol a lot of angles, a lot of movement, and that jab is going to be the key. It's going to be very effective on Errol. I think he's going to frustrate Errol later in the fight, and Errol going to start taking unnecessary chances and get hit with some good shots. Errol's only chance would be to make it a war, push and bully Terrence Crawford to the ropes and pound him with them body shots. Now, if he's able to do that, I think he comes away with a knockout late in the fight. But I don't think that Terrence is going to allow that to happen. I think he's going to move a lot of movement, a lot of angles, and utilizing that jab. So I see Terrence Crawford winning this fight in 12 rounds with a unanimous decision. That's my take, and that's the bottom line. But I want you all to leave me comments, hit the like button, and make sure you subscribe. Until next time.